Hello, Bill Claudsey here. This is round two of Eternal Masters draft, and looks like a fine hand to keep on the draw. We've got some early counter magic and, some of our more powerful cards. Yeah, that Pyromancer looks fine. And we're kind of strained on mana. I'm not going to, try to protect this young Pyromancer too much. It might die to a tragic slip or any number of malicious afflictions. But, oh yeah, we did pass one, so that makes sense. We don't have our force of will back up, unfortunately. Don't even have it in the deck. So what now? Two options, really. Just hold up Memory Lapse and Desperate Ravings, and Desperate Ravings seems a lot better at this point. So we discarded Deep Analysis, which is fine, and we get to play a land. We usually, I don't think we're going to get to the 4 mana, with a turn off to cast that anyway, so it's not too bad. Oh boy, Elf deck going crazy over there. And now, this is when you cast an Elf spell, so, that might be annoying. Counterspell doesn't really help versus that. Burning Vengeance might help out, like, if we flash back 2 things in 1 turn. So our options are really, yeah, assuming we're not going to hold up counter magic here, which I'm not going to, we could Burning Vengeance to try to hit up a better turn next turn, or we Dragonauts, which can maybe block stuff. I guess I'll go for Burning Vengeance and hope they miss an elf, although that's unlikely. Not with this many cards in hand and all the mana they need. In an elf deck, no less. But it could happen. And since they're going to combat already, and we're tapped out, maybe it's just true. An elf deck could play off-type creatures like Gravedigger. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not too worried about that, though. If they don't do anything, we get to maybe kill the Vanguard. Oh, come on. Carrion Feeder? Yeah, actually. Alright, so let's draw some cards. I know this hurts us a bit, but it also helps us a bit. And they'll just put the counter on Carrion Feeder, but, I think that's still fine here. Alright, we get a land. We should be able to survive 1 more hit. And we could just discard, I don't know, another Deep Analysis here. Because we have so many cards to play in our hand that even if we don't flash this back, we'll still be able to do other stuff. And you never know, we might flash it back. We go down to 5, well, no, I don't think we'll be able to do that. Okay, Singer Autocrat. That actually kills us this turn. That puts in 4 dudes, they sacrifice all of them. This becomes 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, so we can't let that resolve this turn. And if we Memory Lapse it, we'll know they're drawing it next turn instead of anything else that might kill us. They also have Sylvan Might in their graveyard. Yeah, let's just Memory Lapse it. Sylvan Might is pretty lethal next turn as well. But if we flash something back, yeah, we get to kill Carrion Feeder. Oh man, we just have to do too much this turn. We could do Desperate Ravings Flashback. I think we played a land this turn, yeah, we played our island this turn. Oh, I think we're just, you know, not in good shape here. We can't flashback deep analysis because we're dead. We need to draw, like, we can't draw a creature, we don't have any left. Not enough mana to do anything. Yeah, maybe this game is just unwinnable here. But let's do this anyway. So they can do like 5 damage to us with the Sylvan Might. Why not hold up 2 blue there? Because it doesn't matter. And we're just dead anyway. Alright. So the Relic, I mean, you see how good Relic is in all these matchups. There's Flashback, there's all kinds of things like that. Tidal Wave might be good. I could see Duress being fine. Not Duress. Duress is not fine. We're not in the colors. Let's see. I can see Tidal Wave being pretty good. Sprite Noble isn't very exciting. Inkwell Leviathan is maybe too late. Yeah, I think most of the time we'll just rather have a Tidal Wave than Inkwell Leviathan. Alright, we'll go with that. The name of this game is Survive, but maybe that comes back in. And hopefully we can do a better job protecting our young Pyromancer, because if he sticks, he'll be very good against this deck. And Burning Vengeance was fine, but even with our 18 lands, it's like we didn't get the, you know, the acceleration we needed to cast all our spells. That was the big problem there, and Inkwell Leviathan certainly wasn't going to be a good draw off the top at any point that game. So we're still in this. I mean, our deck is pretty well positioned to fight an elf deck. Aggressive black deck here. It's too bad about that Malicious Affliction. I mean, there were several spells that would have killed the Pyromancer there, but you know, that's a nice one. Okay, we'll be on the play. And this hand's fine. Keep that. It's actually got a nice balance of land and spells. Island there, unless we had a 1-drop red spell, Island makes sense because we have 3 double blue cards in our deck. But now we can just play either and it won't really matter. Wow, Beetleback Chief and Siege Gang Commander go pretty well together. We can carbonize whatever this thing is. Milliken. Is that worth carbonizing? Probably. Oh, man. Yeah. Alright, so they have some more mana if Milliken lives. I'm going to be a bit greedy here. I'm going to play Young Pyromancer. It's going to be a long time before we can set up the turn where we do that and play a spell. So if they want to waste their turn killing Pyromancer, and they don't have double black up for that removal spell, they could have that Eye Blight Assassination, or I forget what that's called. Kill target non-elf. But if we do get to untap, things look a lot better. Okay, double black, and this is Tragic Slip. Okay, and they do have that. Eye Blight Ending. Ooh. Well, it's a good time to carbonize this before it gets any value. Two can play at the removal game. Sylvan Might, that's not a bad one to mill. That's not a bad one to play. Alright. Opponent's kind of doing it. Okay. Flame Jab is good, but we don't have... I'd be tempted if we had an extra red mana to play Beetleback Chief and then Flame Jab the Milliken. But as it is, just play it like this. Now we could throw our entire force into this pangolin, but I'm not going to do that now. In fact, I'm not going to do any of that just yet. I want to start blocking with the goblins and then shocking. They play another one. Sacrifice 2 goblins to kill it. Alright, what's it going to be? You've got... Oh, they just wanted to mill? Maybe they messed up somehow. I'm not sure. Burning Vengeance. Does that do anything with Flame Jab? Not this turn. We can't flash it back this turn. What can we do? Yeah, this turn I'm just going to Deep Analysis myself. If we draw land, then we get to hold up Siege Gang Commander. And if we don't, okay, we did it. We play this out. We can kind of get in there. Yeah. It looks like they have plenty of mana. I'm not sure what costs 7 that is too scary out of that deck. So I'll just stay the course here. We can shoot Milliken with the Goblin. In case they do have some big 7-drop. Oh, Sylvan Might. Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about that. They could cast it now. It would be 8 damage to us, which puts us at 6. Kind of precarious. But it means they're not doing anything else this turn. And yeah, we should be able to survive future attacks. Okay, they're not doing it, so take 0 damage that turn. And we'll have to be a little careful just about this Sylvan Might in the future. Oh, Relic of Progenitus is perfect. Yeah, I want to get rid of their graveyard as soon as possible. We can get to draw a card. It gets rid of our graveyard too, but I don't think our graveyard is as important as theirs. Alright, Burning Vengeance. And hit you for 3, hopefully. Alright, we're still on track here. Alright, they're up to 14. Tie game. They've got to attack. I mean, they have to get through our goblins eventually. Alright, I wonder what they're stuck on. Maybe 2 little mana, maybe all land. Unclear. You know, at some point we can think about killing this pangolin, teaming up on it, but I don't think that's necessary yet. Like, we could block with Beetleback Chief and a goblin and sack another goblin. Ooh, okay. Werebear's pretty good. Flame Jab is excellent against all this. Alright, so we don't have the land to Flame Jab this back, and I forgot Flame Jab is a sorcery. Haven't played with all these cards so many times. But we could also think about killing Werebear now, just because we'll probably want to do that eventually anyway. They can't block with Carrion Feeder, so what happens? If we kill Werebear now, attack with everything, they block Siege Gang Commander, they take 4, or we just don't attack with Siege Gang Commander, and they take, yeah, maybe we just shouldn't have played a land out. I guess I was just thinking more Siege Gang Commander activations. Or are they just dead from the goblins themselves? Yeah, I don't know how many life-gaining effects there are. I think they might just be dead to our goblins. Each one is a shock. We have plenty of mana. So we'll shock them down to 5. And then if we draw a land, that's definitely lethal. Okay. So how do we play this? We can shock them for 1, retrace it. Yeah. Okay, so that's game 2. We've got to fight through one more. And it's not, you know, not really, it's the elf deck colors, but it's not exactly an elf deck full of elves. So we'll see. I do like Tidal Wave in this deck. It kills that one guy, the 6/5, but we have to watch out for the trample. Stupefying Touch doesn't do much. There's a couple elves with activated abilities, but I think this is fine. Mog Fanatic could be good against some cards, but I'll take this. So they put us on the draw. We have no Inkwell Leviathan to fall back on, so we have to count on our Wonder and our Burning Vengeance to get us through this. And it did a pretty good job of it that game. It's an 8/4, so you don't get anything if you don't make it to the finals. So a lot rides on this game right here. Most important game of the tournament. Because you kind of lose expected 6 packs, you know, the average packs you'll get from making it to the finals. 6, 8 and 4. So I'm kind of playing for 6 packs here. And they're packs of Eternal Masters, so that's a little more valuable than the usual pack. Ah, they're down to 6. This is great. So we have our 2 best cards in our hand, our Burning Vengeance, our Deep Analysis. This is beautiful hand. Beautiful art. We just have to crawl back from our 1 life deficit now. Okay, no spell, no spell. Perfect. So now we just get to ride our counterspells to victory. Ride them to victory. What we might do is hold up counterspell until turn 4, play Deep Analysis, and on turn 5, Burning Vengeance, flash it back. Yeah, I'm just going to counter anything. That draws them a card and gets them some board presence. So, yeah, I like my plan here. I'm going to counter the next play, be it a 4-drop or 3-drop or whatever. Yeah, counter this. Play Deep Analysis targeting ourselves. And now we're kind of in it. Alright, this is a 5-drop. Sentinel Spider. No problem. Actually, that is kind of a problem. That's a little bit of a problem. But is it? Because we can cast Beetleback Chief. Take a hit of 4, but then we get, like, Carbonize up next turn. I would have done Burning Vengeance if there was something better to kill. But mainly I'm interested in getting rid of this spider now. Alright, we'll take this first hit. Because I want some more value out of this. I'm pretty greedy. Uh-oh, they do have a 6-drop. What is this? Twisted Abomination. Okay, that's not that scary. It's a little bit scary, but not too scary. Alright, what are we trying to do here? We could think about holding this land, but we have a lot of stuff to play, so that's not that great. Yeah. I wish there was some better stuff we could do here. Alright, here's what I'll do. I'll attack with Beetleback Chief, because I don't think I'm blocking with that. But it doesn't matter what they block with, we get to kill something. They're not going to be blocking with the Abomination because it just dies too easily here. Carbonize can kill that any time. Right now I'll just play out Burning Vengeance. And then if they come in with the business, we can start flinging some of our spells at them. This isn't like a bad decision, this is the good kind of decision to have, like, you know, which good thing should we do? And I think the good thing we should do is just lead with Carbonize on the Abomination, because that's going to be regenerated for the rest of the game. And, you know, good luck regenerating from a Carbonize, because you can't. You might as well try, though, if you have nothing else to do. And then, yeah, no trample there, so blocking a damage seems like a good use of one goblin. Milliken, okay. Alright, now what? Okay. Now I like attacking with Beetleback Chief again. And I don't think we can flashback 2 things this turn. So instead, let's just hold up counter magic for another turn here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Even though they only have 1 card in hand, like, we want to counter the next thing they do. Okay, what's this going to be? Eyeblight's Ending. No, I'd rather counter that. If they draw land off the top, you know, this is we like our monster. I'd even be tempted to, okay. I'd be tempted to double block this spider. They're just milling just to see if they hit their, yeah, them milling there means they might not have hit their pump spell, and they were trying to get it with flashback in their graveyard. So if they attack here, I'll just double block. I don't know how many of those they have, but if they drew it, it would have just been a quick attack. Yeah, so they're not, they know this trade is kind of bad. Unless this was like the best bluff ever, and even in that case, we'll prevent some damage here. Alright. I've never seen a bluff that good. That'd be something else. All right, now we're pretty safe to burn this Milliken out of here. Draw some cards. Okay. Also, we could hold up Una's Grace, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get some more of this awesome board presence. And we still hold up Memory Lapse. Give us some time to think about Imperious Perfect. Actually, I'll let that happen. We can burn that with Una's Grace. And here's how. Una's Grace. 1. Una's Grace. 1. Kill the perfect. Play land. Oh, we shouldn't have played land. Whatever, we get to counter their next thing. Ravings is instant, so we don't need to do that now. Alright, but we can do it now. What did we discard? Memory Lapse? That's fine. We Dragonauts doesn't have haste. It should have haste. Okay, they've seen enough. We're drawing through our deck like crazy. We've got Burning Vengeance, flashbacks in our graveyard, not to mention Una's Grace. Cool, we got to the finals. This deck's pretty fun.